is up, guys? Welcome back to another exciting makeup tutorial. Today, as you were able to tell by the title, we are doing a full face using only e.l.f. makeup. So e.l.f. makeup is the most inexpensive brand that you can find at a drugstore, and even though it's one of the most inexpensive, they still have some really amazing things. Throughout this video, we definitely had some hits and misses, so we will be talking a little bit more about that, and I'll be letting you know what I do love and then what I don't love as well. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe down below. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I started a series in which I will be uploading a new episode every week, and every episode is going to be dedicated to commonly asked questions that I get at Sephora. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the fun. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into our video. First, I am going to try the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer, and they had different primers. I chose the hydrating one because I am a dry skin girl. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, that feels so good. It feels so silky, and I don't know, it smells nice. I feel like it's a lightweight version of the original Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I love it. I love this texture. It's really nice. Next, I'm going to be applying e.l.f.'s Flawless Finish Foundation, and I got the shade Nude, and I'll be using one of e.l.f.'s sponges to apply this, and I do gotta say, this is a really nice sponge. What I like about this sponge is that it does have some density to it, so it's not as bouncy as a beauty blender, but I like the density. I feel like it'll do a great job at really packing on the foundation, so just kind of giving me full coverage. I'm excited. I'm gonna try it and then see what I think. I'm just going to use my finger to spread this out on my face. So I do have to say that this foundation is giving me natural, soft, matte vibes with this first layer. I am really liking it. So one layer of this foundation is giving me very natural looks. So we're gonna build her up and then see what we think, see if I can get that full coverage that I love with the second layer. So what you see on my face right now is 2 layers of this foundation. I love the finish of this. It looks dewy, radiant, glowy, natural, and what's best is that it feels like I have nothing on my face. It feels like I'm not wearing any makeup, like I'm talking no makeup, and I just went in with the primer as well as 2 layers on my whole face and nothing. It feels like nothing is there. I mean, this is not a MAC Studio Fix foundation per se. Like, it's not going to give you that full coverage right away, but it's definitely buildable. Amazing foundation, and I felt like the sponge was a perfect applicator for it. Next, I'll be using the HD Lifting Concealer, and I got the shade Light. So right now, this concealer is feeling cool in my under eye in a really pleasant way, and it's also looking really radiant, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the application. This is giving me so much hydration right now, like you don't even know. This feels really nice on my skin. I feel like I have a very light mask on my face. I'm not even kidding. That's how it feels. Wow. Oh yeah. I'm already loving this. Okay. And I do have to say that right now I have the darkest circles around my eyes, and this concealer is doing it for me. Oh my god. Look at my glow already. Alright, so this is the last part that I'm blending out, and I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. The concealer is kind of oxidizing on the skin, but when I blend it, it kind of just disappears. I think that has to do with the concealer maybe having a slightly different undertone than the foundation. I didn't really have that many color options to choose from anyway, so I mean, we're just making it work. So yeah, this complexion routine is giving me hydration, coverage, dewiness, radiance, everything you'd want. It's here. So far, this combo is yes, all the yeses, all the yeses. To set my face, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. HD powder, and then this is the color Soft Luminance, and it just kind of looks like this. All right, so I'm going to use a little sponge to apply this on my under eye, and I'm going to focus this product really close to my lash line because I'm going to apply some liquids kind of in this outer area. So I'm only going to set the under eye just like right down here. I'm not loving how this is going on, so I'm just gonna switch it over. Maybe if I try it with the sponge. Okay, so Yeah, I felt like the sponge did it. Good sponge. I'm really liking this sponge. I want to try applying this product with my brush to see if it'll bring more brightness. So this is a good powder. I just wish it was maybe a little bit brighter. I feel like I could have definitely had a little bit more brightness, especially in the inner corner area right here. That's my only feedback for the powder, but so far I am very, very pleased with the finish and the look of this foundation. I mean, I'm excited. We're going places right now. So next I'm going to contour with the e.l.f. contour palette. This actually doesn't tell me what shade this is, but today I'm going to be using this shade right here to contour my face. And I'll be using 2 Sigma brushes to do this. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit with my brush. I do have to say that this formula is really creamy. It's moving exactly where I want it to move. It doesn't feel chalky at all. All right, so now for my cheek contour, I'm going to use the pointy side and I'm just gonna kind of line it up. And I'm just going to blend this in a pressing motion. Just kind of dabbing it because I want to like push it. Ooh, yes. I kind of just want to press it into my foundation. Okay, so right now I have a very natural contour and I am very pleased. I am very happy with this contour palette. So I went ahead and did a second layer with that same contour color and I feel like I like it way better. You know, I just feel like my forehead is missing a little brightness, you know? Oh yeah, that is way better. Why don't we apply a little bit kind of like down here to see if it'll sharpen up my contour. So I'm just kind of dragging the product down, just the very edge of it, so it's not just concentrated in that one section. And then I just give it a couple bounces right where the line is between my contour color and my highlight color. To finish off the cream and liquids, I am going to top off my contour using my highlighting pearl paint, and I think that's the name of the color. Just kidding, I take that back. The color is actually Moonbeam. I want to swatch it before I put it on my face. I just want to see what it looks like alone, on its own. Oh my god. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is like insane. This is insane. Oh my goodness. I cannot get over how intense and bright and beautiful this highlight looks like. This is amazing. I think this is so crazy. Secondly, so we're just gonna, I want to bring it like all the way up here. Might have been too much, but no going back. All right, ready, set, go. We're gonna blend. Look how poppin' my highlight looks right now. Just pause. That's a highlight. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronzer, and this is the shade Sunkissed. And believe it or not, I did not find a darker bronzer than this. We can work on being maybe a little more inclusive. Keep in mind that I went to Target, Walgreens, Walmart, and the shade range, it didn't do it for me. Like, I found my color in almost all complexion products, but it was like you gave me this, but I feel like we still needed like this, you know? So I definitely feel like shade range is something that e.l.f. can totally work on. I was kind of mad that I couldn't find a bronzer that was actually going to bronze my face, because if you've seen a couple of videos on here, like, you know I like to look tan. Whatever, I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna try to bronze in. I don't know, we're gonna see what this does. Sigma F10, and then we're just gonna kind of bronze on top of my contour. Okay, so I've gone in with about 3 layers, and like this is what it's giving me. It's not giving me much. All right, so I cannot possibly bronze any longer. And did it give me the bronze that I like? almost got there. Almost. I didn't have any trouble blending it with the brush. I just wish that they would have just had a couple more shades in the bronzer, because even though this is very blendable, I wish it didn't look like my skin tone, or at least the skin tone that I pretend to be. All right, so moving right along, I am going to dip into this highlight right here. And let me tell you, I am so excited to try this highlight because it's been all over YouTube for a while actually. Everyone's been loving it, talking about it, saying that it's a perfect dupe for this, a perfect dupe for that highlight. I'm going to use an F35 brush. We're going to slay. We're going to pop this right on top of the liquid highlight. My heart. This is so pretty. I love this highlight. Oh my god, I love this highlight. Next, I'm going to be doing the blush, and then this color is called Mellow Mauve, and this packaging is super cute. It totally gives me NARS vibes. It's a really pretty pink. It leans more rosy instead of like coral, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try it with a MAC 163. Okay, oh my god. Now we really have to blend this. This blush is pigmented. This blush is just sitting beautifully right on top of my bronzer and my contour. So I love the blush. 10 out of 10. Yes, we're giving this blush all the yeses. Now we are going to do some eyebrows, and the products I got for eyebrows is this gel. I got the shade Espresso, and I'm going to use this product to create the bottom outline of my eyebrow, and I'm probably gonna fill the tail of my brow with that. And then I am going to use this brow pencil. I believe I got the brunette color. So it literally just glided right on. I feel like this color might be too dark for me. So the brow gel is working really well. I think it's just as good as the Anastasia brow pomade, except maybe not as pigmented. And I'm going to grab my pencil now and then just do a couple of hair strokes with it. Okay, I don't love that so much. I do feel like I need to add a little bit more like pressure to get this product to work. Now we're going to go ahead and top this off with just a little bit of brow gel. Run it through the brow. It's a little awkward because it's so thin. It's like I'm really trying to push it down, push the product onto my eyebrow. But I feel like the brow hairs are staying in the direction that I'm stroking this in. My first impression on this brow gel is actually really good. I'm gonna finish my other eyebrow and then I'll be right back. So I went ahead and did a light layer of this eyelid primer, and this is called Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer. And again, I do have to say that e.l.f. definitely could have used a couple more shades. If you're going to make a tinted eyeshadow primer, you wouldn't expect this shade to fit all skin types. Like even for myself, I'm kind of like medium tan skin tone, like it's light, you know what I mean? So we can totally use more shades. For today's eyeshadow look, I am going to be using e.l.f.'s 100-piece eyeshadow set. So with the Sigma E40 brush, I am going to pick up this purple right down here. I'm going to try to get a brow highlight going on, so I'm going to pick up the brightest color that I can find in this palette. In this case, it's going to be this one right here. I know you can't really tell like the difference between like this row, but this one is for sure the brightest shade. And I'm just going to pack it on right here. And I'm just going to keep going and really pack on this color, so it's really nice and bright and it doesn't get lost with all the purple. And I'm just going to blend that in with the purple. And I also forgot to mention that I didn't set my eyeshadow primer. I just applied the e.l.f. eyelid primer and I just went in with my colors. So next with the Mikasa E320, I am going to pick up this purple right here. This is more of a sheen, but they don't have a matte magenta color, cranberry color, so I'm just gonna use what I have. So I do feel like I'm getting quite a bit of fallout right here and out here, and you can even see a little bit on my eyelid. I don't feel like I'm going in with too much product, but I do want to say that the fallout is a little bothersome. And with the Mikasa E300 brush, which is just a little bit of a denser brush, I am going to go into the next darkest magenta color that this palette has, which is this one right next to the blue. I'm going to concentrate this color a little bit lower than I did on the previous cranberry shade. Fallout, getting more fallout. With the Mikasa E230 brush, I am going to pick up, where do you go? This one. I'm gonna pick up this plum looking shade right here, and that's what I'm going to focus right on my crease. So I switched brushes to a MAC 217 to see if it'll do a better job at blending it. Do you see that? Look at all that fallout. The eyeshadows blend really nicely together. I mean, I guess the fallout isn't such a big problem when you consider that it would be a much worse problem if your eyeshadows didn't show up. We'll make it work. We will make it work. I'm going to go back in with that Mikasa E230 brush, and I picked up a little bit more of the cranberry shade because I feel like I got a little lost in the plum colors. To cut my crease, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. concealer, and I'm going to be using 2 of the e.l.f. brushes that I got. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that concealer with the small precision brush by e.l.f. and then we are just gonna cut a crease. Just gonna right down the center. Okay, so I don't think this is the best concealer in the world to try to cut your crease. I don't think it has the right amount of density to it. It's definitely making it a little bit harder to cut the crease. So we're going to switch gears, and I just went ahead and grabbed some of the eyeshadow primer, and then I'm going to try to work with that. I'm sure it's going to be way better than the concealer. Yeah, so this eyeshadow primer is way better for cutting the crease. So now I'm going to spray my Inglot 11S brush with a little bit of this setting spray, and I'm going to pick up the same shade that I used on my brow bone as my brow highlight, and ooh honey, that pigment. Now I'm going to pick up my Mikasa E300 again, which is that nice dense brush, blending brush, and then I am going to go into this shade right here. So I do have to say that you really need to be patient with these eyeshadows because the intensity is good, but you definitely have to build it. As you can see, you can totally build your color, and I think I'm like 7 layers in, no joke, to try to get this pigmentation right here. And I'm applying this eyeshadow in a way that I start kind of like out here, and then I'm working it inwards diagonally. So I have kind of like a spotlight effect right through the center. I am going to try this really pretty aqua blue right there. Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm just gonna bring some smokiness to the inner and outer corners of my eye, and I'm going to dip into this navy blue right here. And in circular motions, I'm just going to pack it on right out here. And now I am going to grab this really rich dark navy blue shade right down here, and I'm going to also focus this on the inner and outer corners of my eye. And I'm going to apply it in a way that I'm kind of like patting it upwards to try to decrease the amount of fallout. And I'm going to blend the navy blue upwards into the plum. And just like that, we're going to start to create a smoky eye effect in the inner corner as well here. Alright, with the MAC 217, I am going to dip into this matte black shade that I have up here. And it's going to go right in the outer corner. I went ahead and finished my other eye, and now I'm going to do my bottom lash line. So I think I'm going to start with like this shade over here. We're going to start really low on the bottom lash line. Alright, and with the smudging brush, I am going to pick up this dark plummy purple. And with the same smudging brush, I am going to pick up some more of that black right up here in this corner. We just have to work in layers. Many layers. Okay, so I'm not loving the black. I am just going to go into this black crayon eyeliner. And we're just going to add a very generous layer of this to really get that black. So I got two eyeliners, and then one is a felt tip eyeliner, and then the other one is just kind of like this liquidy type of eyeliner. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to create the outline with the pen and then just fill it in with the liquid afterwards. So I went ahead and curled my eyelashes, and now I am going to be applying a couple of layers of the e.l.f. Volume Plumping Mascara. Okay, so first impressions, I do feel like it's making my eyelashes look longer for sure. And for lashes, I am going to be applying these really pretty eyelashes. These are definitely very wispy and voluminous, and they kind of have a little bit of volume to them. So they're not just one-dimensional, they have kind of some like flutteriness to them. I'm going to be outlining my lips with this Nude matte lip pencil, and this shade is Praline. I love this lip. I love this lip so much. This lipstick feels amazing. It feels like I'm not even wearing anything on my lips. It's so lightweight. It was so creamy. And to top it off, I'm going to be using this lip plumping gloss, and this is the color Mocha Twist. And to seal it all in, I am going to be using the e.l.f. Mist and Set Makeup Setting Spray. So that does it for this full face using only e.l.f. makeup tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, it would mean a lot to me if you left me a like and also subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Again, thank you so much for watching and spending your time with me. I'll see you on my next video.